Hello there and good morning. Andrew Neil's departure as presenter from his own flagship channel might just be the final nail in the coffin for GB News. As per usual, please like, subscribe and comment below, and when subscribing please do press that little bell, but also select the all option or you won't get any notifications when I publish a new video. So Andrew Neil, the face and heart of the bright news hope for many, has vacated his chair for good and left the building. And the lefties will be celebrating the demise of the news channel they hate. Could it get any worse for GB News? The channel that has already alienated its core supporters with its knee bending and pushing the government narrative on you-know-what, whilst paying a disingenuous opposition to it with small voices such as Neil Oliver's countering the claims of the establishment. No one with access to politicians is asking the serious questions raised every day by ordinary people regarding what's going on in this country right now. And when the small people ask, they get cancelled. And GB News seems content to follow that mainstream media consensus. It had all started so well. Despite the early technical gremlins, the viewing figures looked promising. And after years of the media moving towards the liberal left, some would say the far left, GB News had us all excited that we may just at last get some balanced reporting. But in the background, reports started emerging of tussles at the top and that the anchorman Andrew Neil was increasingly unhappy. Unhappy with both the incessant technical issues as well as the direction that GB News' chief executive, Angelos Frangopoulos, wanted to take the channel in. Andrew Neil was the face of GB News, the name that sparked the interest, the magnet for the investment and for viewers too. If arguably the most heavyweight news interviewer, journalist and commentator around was in on a project, then that project has instant gravitas. But the GB News wheels started falling off as soon as it became apparent that there was more to Neil standing aside than just recharging the old batteries. So Nigel Farage was brought in to steady the ship, while according to reports, Frangopoulos and Neil thrashed out an agreement in the background, ending with Andrew Neil resigning as GB News chairman and as head news presenter, and putting out a simple statement on social media saying, "It's official, I have resigned as chairman and lead presenter of GB News." Now, as an outsider looking in, it looked to me like Andrew Neil wanted to counter the generally left-leaning UK media by setting GB News right in the middle and unafraid to cover all topics left and right wing. But maybe Frangopoulos sees it more as a counterweight to be planted firmly on the right. But only they know. But as a result of their agreement, Andrew Neil has, for some reason, agreed to make regular cameo appearances on the channel. The first of which was on the Farage part of the show last night, where Neil did not expand on the reasons behind his decision. But his commentary on China and its growing influence showed us all how much he will be missed. So now that the decks have been cleared for Frangopoulos, does it mean we're headed for GB Fox News? Well, if we are, then I would expect the channel to tank into oblivion. Not just because the viewers would stop watching, but also because serious staff like producers would start going too, along with some presenters no doubt. In fact, with the exit of Andrew Neil, the rumour is that many of the GB News staff have either or are considering their positions. And going down the Fox News route would end up causing almost permanent confrontation with the UK regulators at Ofcom, as well as frighten advertisers away. So where do they go now? And how do they keep the money flowing in? I mean, it's not like they benefit from a licence fee, is it? And just to set the record straight, although I was flattered by some or other rumours floating about social media that I was being headhunted by GB News, I never was. I'm a YouTuber, not a TV presenter. I'm shy and retiring, I'll have you know. But I digress, a bit like Joe Biden at a press conference. Now I see a very bumpy road ahead for GB News, but I do hope it stays. But I would much prefer it if it took the slow road to success by following the Andrew Neil style, rather than trying to jack up numbers every day with the shock jock approach. But then, that's just me. So, I see the damaged royal is in the news again today. But before I get into that, I just want to say a massive thank you to all my Super Thanks, Patreon and PayPal supporters, as well as those that do buy a mug with my mug on it. Links in the descriptions box below. You really do help me keep this channel going. Prince Andrew's US lawyer, Andrew Brettler, has come out fighting, calling the case filed against the royal as baseless, non-viable and potentially unlawful. But the judge in the case said that too much time and money would be spent on arguing whether or not the case was served properly. Let's cut out all the technicalities and get to the substance, he said. This one's not going away, is it? And has the potential to become really explosive news. Now, am I the only one that gets fed up with eco-warriors blockading things to stop ordinary people going about their lawful business? Must be annoying to be stuck in a logjam somewhere and late for work because some people with no jobs have decided to make your life a misery. The latest was yesterday when an Extinction Rebellion offshoot called Insulate Britain sat in the road to insulate people from earning money. One of them had the temerity to hold up a sign saying, "Sorry to hold you up." No, they're not. They're not sorry at all. And why do our esteemed police, just as far as I could tell, they just stand over them and watch over them to ensure no one is nasty to them, and arrest anyone who tries to move them on. And all the while the likes of China, India and Germany are burning coal with abandon and laughing at us as we retire into candle-lit caves. And the boss of Marks and Spencer, Archie Norman, has blasted the EU for its Brexit border controls. Speaking to LBC News, he said that what we've discovered is that the EU rules for governing borders and their customs union are totally out of date and not suited for the purpose they're designed for. What we've got is a fandango of bureaucracy. And finally, our thoughts are with the PM Boris Johnson on the day we learned that his mother, Charlotte Johnson Wall, has passed away aged 79. So what's your opinion on GB News? Please like and comment below.